possible. So they've got to take that experience, the old boys, but feeding that experience to the younger lads coming through and make sure they get a good couple of tournaments building up to that first tournament next season.
Here we go. This is the Shield final, the 4th playoff and the Cup final between Fiji and New Zealand at midday today. But your commentators for this one are Carl Tanana and Keith Quinn.
The referee for this game will be a man who's come back to the circuit for this game and others, Alex Ruiz of France. Has been a regular in the past on the circuit. So there's the records in Hong Kong. Both have scored 10 tries each, and tries conceded, Japan slightly more. Labanasega so good at the kickoff, gives it a lot of high kicks off in the Shield final with a Japanese player tumbling over that Lotte Tungiri. And it's okay, landed safe and we're set to go in this final. I'm Keith Quinn. With me is Carl Tanana. What kind of a final are you expecting here, Carl?
Well, the Japanese have got a lot of confidence after the last tip, and they had to get it to the X-Factor man in jersey number 5, Lemeki. He's the secret, but the forwards, they need to aim up, Keith.
They do. And let's see if they can get it early on in space to Lemeki. There's Goya, number 12. And number 2 is Shinya Goto. Of course, the whole of this tour heads to Tokyo for the Japan Sevens next week. Stop number 7 of 9 tournaments for this season. Felix Ayangi is number 4 for Kenya. And he gets it clear to Asanga. Collins and Jira. This is the sight we've seen so often. Chased by Lemeki. That's interesting, Carl. Lemeki, number 5, couldn't get near Labanasega. Try scored. First try of the game goes to Kenya's Collins and Jira.
Well, you won't mind me saying this. He's a good friend, Collins and Jira, the elder statesman of the Kenyan team. We haven't seen him go around the outside very often in the last few tournaments. But as soon as he had this ball, what they did is created a one-on-one, and he only had tries for the...
So that try is a little bit of a history maker for Collins and Jerry Vince. He's gone ahead of the very popular Johnny Zhang. Now, if you've been watching our coverage in the last couple of days, you'd see that the player from the People's Republic of China, Johnny Zhang, his actual name is Zhang Jigang, and he has the record previously. Now Collins and Jira has gone ahead. Now kick off to the right, and 26 tries to Injira. Now here's Lemeki. Good work to get an offload there. They were grappling at him. Everybody tries to pass out of the backhand these days. Thank you very much, Sonny Bill Williams, for bringing that into the game. But not everybody does it with absolute proficiency. Here he goes, Lemeki. But they're onto him, aren't they? They're onto him, big defence on him.
Yeah, they're shutting them down, Keith. It's realising the threat. Little chip through here. Can it set up for Goto?
Shunya Goto, number 6 for Kenya is Humphrey Kayangi. Let's look at that again.
Just pops out. You see there, realised that the touchline was just only half a metre away and tried to pull it back up. Fortunately, it was the right thing to do, but just wrong execution there, Keith.
Carl Tanana with me in the commentary box. He had a couple of seasons in Japan. Carl, you enjoy them?
Oh, most definitely. It's a beautiful place. Really looking forward to going back there next week in Tokyo. It's going to be a fabulous time. But I'm sure these guys want to perform and get a win here. Japan, I'm talking about, and try and go into their home tournament with a bit of confidence.
So Felix Ayangi plays for the Harlequins Club in Kenya. Asego, he's from the Mwamba Club. Running wide this time is Captain Amonde. And here's Billy Odiambo.
Just rolling a couple of times. You're not allowed to do that in the game of sevens. Once you hit the turf, you have to release the next emotion, and the referee's given that's big let off. So had quick numbers, and they lined out nice and deep. Had Kenya, but now Japan, do they go to the sideline or do they back themselves? Sakai, the captain's making the call.
So they've decided to look like a kick to the sideline, didn't it? And there is Goya. And now Lemeki. Nice pass to his right-hand side. And then the big man, Lotte Tungiri. And now to Goto. This time, Hikusaka. Very good play indeed. Sees the captain, Katsuyuki Sakai.
It was great organisation from the tap penalty initially. Sakai, the captain, got it going. They created the numbers and stretched the Kenyan defence, and then they brought it across. A nice delayed pass there. And then Sakai realises the defence had spread. There's no one in front of him. He just takes it forward. Better, especially over the last couple of games on day 3.
Hello. So there it is. It's all tied up now at 7-all. Shield final. We can kind of talk on the finals as almost like League Division 1, 2, 3 and 4 for the main core teams. So this is the 4th tier final. So they had to play hard to get to this position. There's been some disappointment for them along the way, but this is the final, and that's worth winning. Teams who win the lesser trophies, they're always very pleased to have them. And there was a great quote, a simple quote, just the last tournament we went to, one of the teams won one of the lesser trophies, and the quote was, "It's not the one we wanted, but we're pleased to take it home anyway."
Yeah, that's the beauty of this format. Trophies are trophies, silverware is silverware, and on a big stage like Hong Kong, doesn't matter what kind it is, as long as you come away with something. Can you just slowing this play down? They've had to do a lot of tackling, Keith, so just conserving a bit of energy, having the last right with possession in this first half.
Been great value. Laban Asego, 52 tournaments, 1,022 points. Actually, this is his 53rd tournament. Here he is, very good pass over the ball. We saw an example of his good catching ability, very secure hands. Look for him, number 10. And away it goes with Amonde. Sago again, nice passing, halfway line. Lemeki is the second tackler, and number 7, Sakai was the first. He scored the try, he kicked the goal. They're up to 7-all, and we've reached half time. 7-all, Kenya and Japan.
One thing I'm sure the Japanese will be talking about is those 50-50 passes. They threw a couple in their first 7 minutes and they were able to get away.
It's inside work. You gotta work for it.
So there's Collins Injera, scored the try in the first half for Kenya, and the man with the ball is the man who scored for Japan in the only scoring so far in this match. A 7-all score as the second half begins in the Shield final of the Cathay Pacific Hong Kong Sevens in Hong Kong's National Stadium at Song Kong Po. And let's see how the second half of this first final of the World Series goes. And Billy Odiambo is chased by by Sakai. And that's a lovely run by Odiambo, still going. And he finally flops it down inside for the second try for Kenya. Had to work pretty hard at the end.
A great inside ball, and Odiambo with his long, loping, running style, doing some great work. Just look at the upper body power when he runs through. And Sakai should have tried to make it easier for the conversion. What a great score after the half immediate.
Points to 7 now. Kenya leading. There's the man that scored the first try. Waiting is Sakai. Good catch by the captain. Leading from the front here in this one is from the Kubota Spears.
Kubota Spears actually coached by former Wallaby Totai Kefu. Catching up with next week, Keith.
Catching up with a few of your old mates up there, Carl.
Japan now, Keith, they really got to give it to the X-Factor player. He's standing out on the wing side. Lottie Kangeti's gone into centre as well, so a big man and a little man out there.
Andrew Monde, Ayange, Asego, Injira, Odiambo. Kayangi. Amonde. Humphrey's got it out again. Humphrey Kayangi, but a cross field running by Ayange. Trying to straighten it up was Odiambo. The referee says, sorry, that was Injira. And Odiambo is away. So this is all done on the referee's playing of advantage. Second try for Billy.
With the patented spin when he scores, Billy Odiambo had to do a lot of work the last couple of minutes looking to the sidelines thinking, can I come off? But a great score. You see him here. Just comes from a missed tackle. Just pirouettes. Palms off with the left hand and then decides to go himself. Tongiri cannot get there. They come from a broken play. It was all a bit messy. Keith popped up on the Kenya side and they took full toll.
And as he ran past the camera there, a young man aged about 6 or 7 years stood up and raised his arms. He's obviously a Kenyan supporter. So he'll be thrilled at the lead now, 19 points to 7.
Very important kickoff in the context of this game. Keith, Kenya, if they win, it'll be tough to stop Japan. They desperately need some possession and a quick try. Still 3 minutes left on the clock. They need to be the next one to score to have any chance to get up in this one.
See, the clock has stopped up in the top left. Referee Alex Ruiz does that to allow the substitutions to come on to the field. And coming in for Kenya is Patrice Agunda. Patrice has been to a lot of tournaments. This is his 27th, in fact. And he plays for the Lunch Bar Club back home. The Lunch Bar Harlequins. Sounds like Mike's kind of club. Sakai. Oh, space. Nice work to Yoshida. Now, Goya.
The skill sets here, unfortunately, at the back end of their play, Keith, but a nice set piece initially for the Japanese. A man hitting in the middle, I think was number 4, Yoshida. Having a nice inside line coming from the forwards into the midfield. Great creativity there.
The guy there with the badge of honour. I'm talking about his beautiful cauliflower ears. Been playing the game of sevens for Japan since 2006 when they brought him here to Hong Kong as a young man, just in his early 20s, Yusaku Kurazuru. And he went to the World Cup twice, a veteran of the Asian Games, back here a number of times. 25 IRB 7s, or World Rugby 7s. Now that the name has changed, Kurazuru, and gives it heaps in every game, and he's in there giving it heaps right now. Once again for his country.
Breakdown just so crucial in this game of sevens now, and Tongiri trying to argue the fact, but referee was correct. Kenya now will be able to take their time, take it to the set piece, eke out some more time off this clock. And it'll be tough to pull back from here, Keith.
So up they go. Line out time, a minute and a half to go in the Shield final. Out to one of the speed merchants, Matsui, Chihito Matsui.
Good one-on-one defence here though, Keith, by Japan. She's using the sideline as an extra defender.
Some of the players walking a little slowly to the line-out. And there's the man in question, the veteran, Kurazuru. Lemeki is broken through. They've been trying to get space for him. Sakai. Tungiri. Oh, nice work. Still trying to get space for Chihito Matsui. And there's Kuwazuru's pass.
And not for the first time today, execution letting the Japanese down when they finally find some space.
So there they are, beautiful cauliflower ears. I don't see them so much in rugby these days. Carl, who's the greatest cauliflower ear exponent you've ever seen? He's got some tape on the other side of this one.
One guy back in New Zealand, the legend of the all-black jersey, Buck Shelford, he had a couple of cauliflower ears. I'm too scared to say anything to him, though.
Exactly. And I tell you what, Graham Roundtree of England, I think he holds the world record for cauliflower ears, doesn't he? Graham Williams of Wellington, New Zealand. John Mitchell's were pretty good. Back over world class in South Africa now. Just seconds remaining here in the Shield final, the first of the four finals at the HSBC Sevens, the Cathay Pacific Hong Kong Sevens. 40 years they're celebrating, and it looks like the Shield final is going to go to Kenya. And if you're a supporter of Japanese rugby, that's a little sad, because Japan has been at every Sevens event here since the start. And look at this from Kenya. They're going to have a go right at the end. They're not kicking the ball out to say it's over. They're still running it in the spirit of the game. And well done, Kenya. Will they have a final say on the scoreboard? Good work by Tungiri to bring the attacker down. Passed again through Labanasago. Here's a beautiful passer of the ball. He finds Mugaisi, and they do have the final say, and that is the spirit of Sevens rugby. They were ahead by 19-7. They could have kicked it out and taken the trip up to get the Shield trophy, but they decided to run it and give themselves a little bit more time on the field and a little bit more of the honour and the glory. So they've done it. It's, as they say in the quote, not the trophy they might have wanted, but it's theirs to take away. Kenya lead at the moment by 24-7, and they will embrace their traditions here. It's going to be a 26-7 final score, and that's a very good margin for Kenya as they win the Shield final over Japan. And we salute both teams in tonight's first World Series final. It was very nice earlier today to see one of the Kenyan players subbed off the field. He ran to the halfway mark, and on the sideline, where the sideline has a junction with the halfway line, he turned and bowed to the field with great respect to the game and to his performance and playing to his utmost. He bowed to the stadium. I thought that was fantastic. We all admired it from the commentary box. It's part of the great sportsmanship that the Japanese players have. There's hardly ever any fighting seen. Amonde, captain of Kenya, and congratulations to them. They're going up to get the shield, and what a fine-looking trophy it is. You would want to take that one home, wouldn't you? And there is Peter Schatz, the new chairman of the Hong Kong Rugby Union. He's the gentleman to the right making the presentation. And Trevor Gregory leans forward. You've seen Trevor Gregory in the past as the chairman of the Hong Kong Rugby Union. He's now the president of the Asian Rugby Football Union, which plays its part in an international Asian championship and a 7th circuit. And Peter Schatz has been such a welcoming force to us over the years. And it's great to see Peter Schatz as the new chairman, retiring this year as the Tournament Sevens manager for World Rugby. But such a figure here in Hong Kong Rugby over the years. Was as one of the organisers, and so kind and professional and considerate, and so much fun for all of the visitors who've come here over the years. And they honoured her at a dinner this week too. And so it's great to see her up on the podium as well, Beth Coulter. So this is a lovely moment for Kenya. The Japan team has been honoured. And now it's a chance for Andrew Amonde and Kenya to have their moments at the 2015 Cathay Pacific HSBC Hong Kong Sevens, winners of the Shield.
Congratulations to Kenya. They've won the Shield in Hong Kong. It hasn't been an easy year for Kenyan rugby. They started with Paul True as their head coach, but he went halfway through, and they look like they've recovered a little bit and got their act together. And a Shield win for them.